Okay, I know you guys are so used to me wearing this white shirt. My body hurts. My body hurts, and nothing more I want than to lay down. And I was gonna try to do this on video on my phone, but my phone's dead. It's been coasting on 2% since two. So let me tell you about my day. Oh man, my face is all dirty. So last night Chuck calls like, "Hey, Michael needs someone to help move some stuff from storage at the old Quick Rock station. You can come up with a crew." And like I was like, really? It's not even my job, but you know what? It's a challenge. It's a challenge for me to make things happen that technically or normally wouldn't happen. So I called Dave. He said he was kind of busy that day, but he'll see what he can do. Um, that's just all dirt from. Let me get to that point. But he said what he can do. I talked to CJ. I even told him like, hey, we're leaving at 9 o'clock. If you want to come, be up, be ready. 9 o'clock. I'll be like, hey, the vehicle's coming. We're just gonna go. He even asked like 9 o'clock a.m. or p.m. Like a.m. We're leaving in the a.m. If you're there, you come with us. If you're not there, not gonna be a thing. Chuck was already gone because I think the last time I talked to you guys, um, Chuck, I left Chuck in Reading because that's where it needed to be. I brought the car back so it can be inspected. Sue inspected it. Sue, Bobby, Nicolas left. Um, Sue got Nicolas a gecko, and it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave you in charge of that. Well, last night I tried feeding the gecko, and it hissed at me. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, because the other lizard, I don't know what kind it is, it doesn't hiss at me, it just kind of bites, and it's cool, and like the hiss, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But like I messaged her like, hey, is the top supposed to be open? And, like the light shines down on it. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. This morning I woke up thinking that Dave's gonna be ready, thinking that CJ's gonna be ready. Michael called at like 8:30, like, yeah, I already got the van, or the U-Haul, and I started loading things already. I'm like, oh crap, it's not even my ride. I have to wait for Donnie to come up here to pick us up. So 9 o'clock rolls around. I go downstairs. I check up on like I change the water for Spike, which is the lizard, and I look in the cage for the gecko, which I named Juvenile, and it wasn't in there. I'm like, oh, that's not good. I look around. I move some of the things over. I'm like, I don't know where it is. So I just message Sue as I'm talking to Michael. Hey, we're on our way over. Granddad's here. I'm gonna see if any of the other ones are actually awake and willing to come. Um, so I'm on the phone with Michael. I am texting Sue, going, I cannot find the gecko, and I'm texting her a messenger because I'm obviously on the phone. So the only app I had available to me at the time that was already open was Messenger because I had to message CJ and I had to message the other guy Dave. Be like, hey, where you at? So we get down to State College, and a couple years ago we had this haunted house for Magnum Broadcasting, and it was a haunted house. It was at an old school, and we turned the old school into a haunted house. But to do that, we required walls. So about 7 feet tall walls that we made those years ago. And he was like, yeah, we gotta move those. So like like I said, we got there and Michael already had 15 on the bottom, 6 on the top, 24 walls. And that wasn't even half. That wasn't even a quarter of the walls. So we moved enough, like we filled up the entire U-Haul walls, and random objects, tables, chairs, certain things in bags, and certain things in boxes. Filled the entire U-Haul. That took about 3 hours. Sorry, no, that took about an hour and a half. Drove down to Port Matilda where the news station's at, unloaded that into a basement that is shorter than, I want to say, like, it's about maybe 5. I know I can't stand up in there. I'm about 5'7". So I'm gonna guess the roof is about 5'8", but there's pipes going through and wires. So we have to, and it's in the basement. So like and catacomb, it was creative for us to find a way to get that not only to the basement, but how to prop it up. So like that took about an hour, or no, an hour and a half to 2 hours. Then we had to drive back because, like I said, it wasn't even. I think when we actually moved it, we moved about approximately half of the walls. So a total potentially 50 walls, like 50 actual 7 foot and I want to say about this is about 3 feet, 4 feet of walls. So we did that. The next U-Haul was just all walls, straight walls. And I get a message from CJ around like 3 o'clock, like, "Oh yeah, you should have woken me up." And I'm like, "I told you when we were leaving. I told you were gonna get paid." No one woke me up. I woke up, not my job, but I woke up, and I was willing to not get paid because CJ was like, "I never get paid for these work." I'm like, "I'm gonna make sure you get paid today if you come." I was even gonna pay Dave what he asked for, potentially a bit more because he actually asked for less than what CJ was gonna get. And I was like, "Well, we're probably gonna be. Well, we're not gonna come pick you up obviously right now because we're still in the middle of it. But maybe next time, being like Tuesday, we'll come and pick you up." And he's like, "Ha ha, ha, maybe." And I'm like, "Okay, sure. Your choice, your call." My mom was like, "If you're old, like he's out of high school, you know, if he has a job, no one should wake him up for his job but him." No one woke me up. No one woke Donnie up. No one woke Michael up. They all set up their own schedule. They're like, "Okay, I get up at this time if I want to do this and get paid for it." So that kind of bugged me that he was like, "Oh yeah, you should have woken me up." And I'm like, not really my job. Not really part of my job description. Not part of something that I want to do. Not something that I should do. Um. So even though that kind of irked me, I'm like, okay, I got work to do. I gotta get back on it. And I'm covered in spider webs, both real and both fake, dust, glow in the dark stuff. Let me tell you. um, and the second time we moved all the walls, like the remaining walls, which were, I honestly want to say it was around 50 walls. Moved that the second time. Moved it all to the basement. That took about another 3 hours. Then we went back to State College to the Magnum Broadcasting Building, and we moved the dummies, the mannequins, the props, the chemicals, the lighting, canvases, desks, like every other thing that was saved from this haunted house years ago. Moved all of that, right? And instead of moving it back to Port Matilda where the news station's at, Michael's like, "We don't got time for that. He has other things to do." Uh, I was getting beat, and I just kept pushing. Like if I can think, I can still do something. If I can complain, which it almost happened. Like I guess I could complain. Like no, if you can complain, you got the energy to finish the job, and I don't like finishing. I don't like not finishing jobs. And he was like, we're just gonna put it into the van right now, or the U-Haul, and later on we'll worry about everything else. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's what the boss says. This is his stuff. Cool. Then I will feel that the job is complete if he says the job is complete. Well, complete for today anyway. So, and I was driving for Granddad because, well, Donnie, sorry, um, because like he was starting to feel like the headache come around. He's older than Michael's 50, and he was trying like he was pushing up to what I was doing. I'm like I can't be showing up. I can't. So like I try to push myself harder without overdoing it. And Granddad, like I was just amazed he was able to like keep up, and he did great. We divided jobs up really well. I think we did a really good job. Yeah, it's something that's like, oh, only 2 to 3. Chuck was like, yeah, one trip, maybe two, ended up being 2.5. But like, I was just really proud of everybody who bothered to come. Dave actually just messaged me a little bit ago. His pap had a birthday party and he wanted to celebrate with his pap. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I just wish you told me about that. Like, that you didn't want to come yesterday. I understand he has a lot of other medical stuff going on, and I respect that. I was just kind of hoping that he would have came, and if he wasn't really going to come, I just wish that he would have let me know so I wouldn't have relied on that. But that's going, that's past, and that's something I'm just going to get over. So on the drive home, Chuck's trying to call my phone. My phone died at 3, and I was trying to keep it alive. It wouldn't go beyond 2, and 2%. And I'm like, Granddad, Donnie, call Chuck, see what he needs, because I'm not gonna try to get a hold of him with my dying phone as I'm driving. Calls, and he's like, you know, when was the last time you saw the gecko? And I'm like, oh shit, I completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. My plan was that it wouldn't have taken until 7. Like we were driving home at 7:30. And I'm like, oh man, I thought we'd be done by 2, 3, and I'll have time to like look for it. But when I came back, um, but I completely forgot about with the work that we were doing. I saw it yesterday when I was trying to feed it. It didn't want to eat anything, so I was like, okay, well, I messaged that to Sue yesterday, and I was like, well, the last time I saw it was yesterday. I messaged Sue about it this morning, right before I left to go do this moving thing for Magnum, and it's like, okay. And like, Donnie relayed that to the phone, and Donnie's like, yeah, he just kind of hung up. He's like, yeah, okay, thank you. See you when you get home. Click. And it's like, oh shit. So I come inside. I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to deal with this because it's my fault. It's gonna be my fault, even though like it's not logically gonna be my fault. It was my fault. So I walk in and I hear Sue going, I found it, I found it. I'm like, oh cool, I'm glad you found it. Ghost. As if I didn't say anything, as if I wasn't there, as if I wasn't a person. Like, yep, this is where we are. Okay, I'm going to my room because my legs can't support my body. I even saw Chuck first. I'm like, hey, what's up? He was like, what? I'm like, I, I just came back from doing the job that you told me to do. I figured you'd be like, oh yeah, welcome back. Thanks for doing that for me. He's like, no, couldn't care less. I'm like, oh, yep, that's kind of where I am. And he's already upset because they kind of got the gecko without really telling him about it. So he was kind of mad about that. I'm like, I don't got time to worry about left, right, or sideways. So I was trying to say, hey, Sue, I'm glad you found the gecko. Not a thing. Not a thing. And I already knew if Sue's not gonna say nothing, Nicole's not gonna say anything, and Bobby, I'm just gonna go up to my room. Thanks, Granddad. I'll see you later. And I just head up to my room and I try to lay down. And then I talked. I tried talking to my girlfriend, and that didn't go well because it's like, well, I'm going to bed. And she's like, it's 8:30. I'm like, I was working since 9. I left the house at 9. I worked an 11-hour shift, which is not normal for me. Yeah, yes, I'm always constantly doing things, but I was moving walls. I was moving things all day. I almost suffered 2 trolley horses. Granted, people who do this stuff for a living, they're like, oh, I do that. Like that's normal. I'm like, that's cool and that's understandable and that is respectable, and I appreciate the work that they put into that kind of stuff. That wasn't really something that I was expecting. It was kind of new to me, but I was willing to face that challenge and accept it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. I'm going to bed. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll just let you go. I don't want to start another argument. I'm like, you started this. You know what? I'm just gonna go to bed. And she's like, okay, yeah, I love you. Good night. I'm like, I love you too. Good night. And I was just kind of like, I need a vent because it just seems like ridiculous. Like I'm pretty sure, like I don't know if Josh took care of the dishes and the laundry that I actually like. I sent her a message like, hey, can you take care of that since I don't know when I'm going to be home. I asked Tyler, hey, can you take care? Like, I actually talked to Tyler on the phone because no wait, yeah, I think I did talk to Tyler on the phone. I was like, hey, can you take care of the trash? He's like, yeah, I guess I'll take care of that. I'm like, all right, okay, okay, sure. And I was like, can you make sure CJ, helps rotate the dogs and stuff? Because the nurse should be here to take care of Grant. And it's kind of like, and Granddad sees what I do regularly. And it just feels like, fuck you for all you do. I even did the church programs. That isn't really my job, but I do to help out, And it's like, unappreciated. But you know what does appreciate me? No, I'm not sleeping. Crap, I can't sleep because I am actually terrified of sleeping. Not because I think I'm gonna die, but because when I sleep, I dream of things that I like and then I wake up. So, fuck. I don't know, maybe if I pass out hard enough, I won't dream. I won't have that to worry about. I won't have to think about what I had before. But maybe I should think about the things that I actually don't have now. So, I don't know. This is stupid because if anybody else told me this situation, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, the answer is this, and I should do that. I wanted to work on my car today. That was my initial plan until I had to go and help with this Magnum thing. I don't think I have the energy to do it tomorrow. I'm just tired. 14 minutes, 34 seconds. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for kind of listening if you were, or if you weren't. I don't know. I'm just tired. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.